Evening, Craig. Good evening, Leamington. Good laugh earlier, Keith. See, I told you, off the cuff labs. Just what my theory is, what I've noticed is when you live earlier, there's way less people on. Hello, everyone. Chicken burger. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Melvin's in the building. Well, I've changed my mind on a snakehead and piker's cichlids because I'm getting sick of seeing subtropical needs to have a cool down period, blah de blah. So I'm not getting them. Yeah, Keith, Gary sent me over to his YouTube page, and that's currently, like he posted it a few hours ago, that was currently what he had in stock, so that's what I'll get a mix of my discus from. So I kind of get an idea of what I'm getting. Red Red Congo tetras. Guess how much do you think each, Keith? How much would you say for red Congo tetras? Bear in mind you don't ever see these. Wet sleeps. I wish. 50. £50 each tetra. I looked and I looked again and I was like, that can't be right. No, it's right. £50 a tetra. And all as it is this one here. It's got the same name as that Aleatoperis caudalis. And the Aleatoperis, and the only difference is the last bit of the name. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome in, Belle. I've got something, so when I do like live streams, I look better. Do you want to see, guys? Is it an improvement? Do we look any better? Sexy and I know it. Off the cuff laughs, tell ya. There's better because you don't feel obliged to say what you need to say. You feel obliged, you're obliged to say whatever you're gonna say, so you know. Mr. Buckethead. But yeah, I thought about walking around with a bucket on my head. Yeah, well, this is it. I think you feel obliged to say whatever, and then I found when you're obliged to say whatever on a pre-planned one, you kind of, it gets sidetracked and ignored and missed. So much stuff. Whereas off the cuff, you're like, ping, oh yeah, I remember what I remember, you know. You could definitely be more yourself. Grim Soul, yo. Welcome in. Crazy Rob, yep. Crazy Rob of England. And I'm a very hungry Rob. Of course you can ask a question. The bucket head. Hey, you might be onto something there, Melvin. It will, Keith. Because you fucking put it to bed. You kind of rips Diana new bumhole. Do cherry shrimp need coral? Right, I'm going to break it down for you. If your water they're going into is soft water, then I would recommend a little bit of crushed coral. If it's hard water already, you've no need for it. So yes, if the water's too soft, and no, if the water's already hard. Soft water is like 200 parts per million or below. Hard water is above. Yeah, Keith, them wormy things, I've got them on my glass. They're rhododendra or something like that, worms. I had to go close up. I managed to get close up with this film to eliminate the fact there was planaria. So I won't worry. They will steady out. You always get them in a new tank and it's nothing to do with feeding either. I know because I don't feed this tank. Neon lights. 110 and 130. So Keith, your water out the tap is literally what I'm doing for my discus. Literally. So yeah, your water's what this tank is. What comes out your tap. I have to mix that to get that. You're lucky. Mine's 460 out the tap. Man's got more KH than a fucking car crash. Unfortunately, I just found a Pleco upper filter sucked to death. If you had active soil, you could probably keep Caridina. No worries, take care, Grim. Oh, new tripod thing, Keith, Craig. Or something a bit better. Biddy rib, $5. Win-win. My tripod's broke already. Glenn bought my tripod so I could do YouTube. Bought me it. Yeah, I've decided against the snakehead mic. It's just too... The whole subtropical thing puts me off. The tank it would have been going into would have been either that one or that one. But I can't be doing more messing around. Yeah. My bedroom doesn't get subtropical temperatures, Keith. Not even in winter. Yeah, but then it could still get to like 25. Easy as a fuck. Well, I'm not getting the pike cichlids because they're badass. This tank's not big enough anyways. So you get this tank, I could have one snakehead in all its dwarf snakehead in all its life. Or this tank, because this tank's actually bigger. My room can get up to 28 degrees, but my tanks never go over 26, barring my discus tank. But if I take the tanks off the lids, they go down a little bit. If I take the lids off the tanks, dopey. Sorry about that. There's lids on them, and they can be weighted down. The lid actually sinks inside the recess as well. This couldn't really jump out, to be honest. It won't be going nowhere. And it's like I can get endless amounts of prawns and white fish and stuff. Extreme elements. That'd be a new experience for me. Angels, my tanks aren't deep enough, Keith, tall enough. Or I probably would, if I'm honest. If I had another one of these tanks, Keith, I would do it angels, definitely. Glad I fitted a skimmer onto my discus tank. The clarity above and below is perfect. But yeah, I do want angels, Keith. I'll probably put it in this one, Mike, because I like the filtrating. Oh, man, you know. Actually, I'll probably put it in this one. Filtration's easy to get hold of. I don't have to put my hands in the tank. I've just got to move the Kung Wincy or the Lamprologus on. So if anyone in the UK wants any Kung Wincy, Lamprologus Kung Wincy or Lamprologus Ornithopinisambia, come and get them. The Kung Wincy, there's 1 male, 3 females, and then the Lamprologus, I think there's either 3 males or 2 males, 1 female. So, what you're saying, Mike, in winter, even in winter, I wouldn't really have to heat the tank because the tank would stay about 22 degrees. You see, I've got nothing against goldfish, Keith, but they just take up a lot of space, and the real estate what they take up can be, in my opinion, can be way better. Even though you love your goldfish. Then you've got a 5'3" tank to do a fucking biggest, baddest, biodiverse biotope. Nah, not me, Craig. They just don't. I don't know why. I liked them as a kid, and then tropical fish came along, and that was it. My love for goldfish kind of just went. Which reminds me, I need to plug the arrow sugar plug. How am I going to do this? Fill. Arrow water filling up. That's an habit you've got to get into when you keep discus with arrow, making sure you're one step ahead. Yeah. Yeah, then it's just not. I just like me tropical, I guess. I killed my breeding trio. What, goldfish? What time is it there, Craig? Need to do some big water changes, I think. There is, yes. Way more things. Prime real estate, that. Do you know, in certain ways, I'd almost put goldfish and stuff down as a more... I wouldn't put them as easy, I'd put them moderate to intermediate. Because with goldfish, if you're not on that water changes, so many problems arise. So Mike, the Blair Eye, at the moment the water's hard, so I'm probably best off taking the hard rock out, replacing with an inert, something inert, taking the coral out of the hob filters. Trying to work out what I need to do. Yeah, it's like anything at the moment, Keith. This tank, I'm actually keeping this to the same CDS what it was a week ago by doing the top ups. When it's a bigger tank, it's more forgiving. Takes more oomph to actually swing things and that. You know what I mean? I've got not as many worms as you, Keith, but I've got a few at the bottom. I've had a tank where I had loads of worms like that, Keith. Shame you can't have some sort of little micro species of fish in there what'll pack at them. Well, if you've got a guppy, throw a guppy in there, that'll eat them. It's just they might eat the guppy. Yeah, mine is really, if I use the old experience and what my mum and dad had, my mum and dad never had small tanks. Even their grow out and fry tanks was like 6 foot tank, a 6 foot tank split into two. My mum and dad did things very old fashioned. Right, let's see if they want some food. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, the Blackwater habitat. Geophagus. Not at first they don't, but once they've got that little bit of size, then that's it, boom. Let a few guppies go to work and let the frontosa meet. So all I'll have to do, Mike, is maybe pull the sand forward, add some soil and then push the sand back, because the soil will give me the pH. This tank in front of it is so active. My rainbow tank's like that. I'm not happy with this tank right now. I think I need to get some plants for around the back. That's okay, the middle, but it's just, I've pillaged it a little bit. And if anyone was wondering what's the moss growing like in warmer water, the Fissendens is actually growing pretty fast. And it's lush green, even that's growing low. See, I like Val in a short tank when it leans over. You know, just like you'd see in the wild. I've had Val a few times. I used to have the twisted stuff. Oof. That's what I had in it. I'd rather go hot plants. Good body, Christine. Yeah, not bad, thank you. Not bad at all. As you do. What, running wild like? I officially hate stems, Keith. You can see why all that time ago you said about stems. Ah, man. It had been hit or something. Not cool, that. Don't like finding things like that, it upsets me. The Julie de Chromas Kipling I fry have grown a little bit since I've put them in the bigger tank. It's about 2 centimetres long now. I'll just let you, they're actually here. See, I'm not liking plants what can take a beating and stuff, so I'm thinking it might not be for me, because I don't like sorting stuff out. It's not my flavour. Cheap 80 litre tank. It's a bit of an unusual size, an 80. But do diverse or not do an 80? Yeah, I'm not going to bother Mike, so that too much of this, too much of that, you know what I mean? No, it's a 15 and 120. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there really is, Keith. Not here. You won't get Aquadella here. Superfish one. Yeah, there's the Superfish one. But Superfish aren't necessarily cheap. I think one of their escapers is about 70 litres. Yeah, no, yeah. It's just so hard to find the tank on its own. And Superfish tanks are up to 8 glass. Rack style. You see, so you see these tanks here on this rack are actually, this tank's 900, but they're actually 890 across. So they fit in there. You should have took all these tanks when I give them all away, Keith. When I will give a load away. Because it was all designed to fit on a rack. He seemed clear seal, doing a lot of vivarium stuff. Roberto. These are clear seal tanks. These are 37 litres. These are 400 by 30 by 35. Cheers, bro. This one, yeah, it is, yeah. UGF box. The difference with this, I've put a sponge filter in and then put soil over it. But yeah, that's a Matten a UGF. Then in the tank next to it, I've got another type of filtration. And that's called Matten filter, and that full back's a filter. That's got moss growing in it and everything, so I don't clean it. Similar size to Diversa, yeah. Do you know how much I paid for them 37 litres, Keith? I saw them online at £19 each, so I bought the lot. Yes and no. The UGF boxes are a breeze to clean because all you do is take the box out, take the old soil out and put new soil in. Yeah, there was £19. So I was like, I think it was called Porton Garden, Aquatic and Garden Place Centre or something. And it was free shipping. I don't know how they managed that, you know, because I got 6 of them. I didn't make them. You know, GB Shrimp, Glenn. He made them. And they're bonded with Tensol 13, which is a liquid acrylic cement. And the minute it touches acrylic, 2 pieces touch, they become a bond. But yeah, Glenn made them. Glenn made that one as well. Where's it gone? That one. Why does it look real dirty up close? Tank looks filthy. I think it's outside of the glass. Let me just check. I don't friggin' know. I woke up late today. I woke up this afternoon, Christine, and I was like, do you know when you open your eyes and you think, yeah, it's afternoon, but I'm getting back in bed. Then before I knew it, it was 3 PM and I was like, I'm going to have to get up, that's the day gone. Sanitised all my nets today. All my utensil things I use and that. What happens if you glue them in though? The water actually turns the glue to actually break, and the bond breaks. So when it comes to being all soggy and wet, you lift it up and it'll just fall apart. I've not got it yet. No, I've not got that yet. Oh, you're getting headaches from your glasses. Yeah, it's when you strain your eyes, it's horrible that. It's one of the worst headaches ever as well. Do you all stay close to one another? Glenn lives about 2 hours away from me in car. He's always been. I don't drive, so he's come here a few times. Glenn's got a video coming out soon of my fish room tour. Thing is, Jeffrey, with the UK, it's very small, so if you need to get from A to B, it's pretty easy. Well, it was done. It was done like 2 months ago, but because GB's got a lot of stuff on schedule. The old M62. So when you think about it, Keith, the M62 actually connects us because it goes from one end to the other. The first set of traffic lights are just outside of Hull, and then the next set of traffic lights on the M62 are as you come into Liverpool. You're probably just as close to me as Glenn is, really. It's actually easier for you to get to me than it is Glenn, because it's straight on the M62 down onto the A64 in your ear. Literally from left to right in it. We have trolleys, we have some subways. I like it, Keith. They're doing a lot of work on it at the moment. All like always. So there's a lot of areas that are restricted to 30 miles an hour. Yeah, if you need to drive when you're in the US of A. Do you wear glasses, Craig? Or do you need to wear glasses, Craig? You ever thought about getting your eyes checked? So many headaches can be led from bad eyes. Ah, so you're supposed to wear glasses. But you don't. Naughty boy. I'm gonna smack your bum bum. Bend over. Same as me then, Craig. I'm only supposed to wear it for reading, but I can't have glasses on my face. I don't like it. It feels alien when I have some resting on my nose. Yeah, all three man need glasses. One of them needs fucking them big jam jars. Big wang and schlangs. Bad's going now, especially for words. If I look too far back, they go. The only way I can describe it, they go misty. Well, what I've done, Christine, I've made my fonts bigger on my phone for that reason, because the chat was just ridiculous. Whereas now I'm looking, Yeah, the chat takes up more screen, but it's bigger and it's I'm not squinting. Even when I'm close up, I'm not squinting. Way better. Um, it can, but yeah, that's for the reason I was squinting at the original size, so I was like, sod it. Went into my display, made my fonts bigger. Best thing I ever did, because I can definitely tell I don't squint now reading it. I'm actually sat back and can see it, so I'm not right on top of the phone. Oh, hello Jay, welcome in, sir. Yes, very similar to mine. That lights being blurry. Yeah, yeah. Whenever you're ready, Keith. Don't need to book me. Just say, Rob, if you're free. I'll probably say yeah or no. But I'm usually always free, Keith. Can do a Tanganyika hour. I need to get these bruschetta to you, Keith. Just watching the female move. They've laid eggs again. They're on the fed clutch of babies already. I don't eat lunch. I don't do breakfast or lunch, Jeffro. Never have done. I don't have an appetite in the morning. Shepherd's pie is the bee's knees. If you do shepherd's pie, it's got to be a lovely. I like cottage pie as well, done with lamb's mince. But mashed potato, mincemeat, gravy, onion in it. I love a shepherd's pie. Comfort food to me, that. Especially when you fork your mash and you get them little bend edges on it. Yeah, cottage pie. And one of our favourite meals in this house is an American style mac and cheese as well, with a twist. We had pepperoni, crispy bacon, and chorizo. I think I'll start tackling these water changes this evening. I'm hoping she comes home and says she can't be bothered to cook. What do you want? Oh yeah, you've got to have a bit of skin on. It's like chips as we call them here, fries. I like skinned chips, which is like they've got parts of the skin on. They're just nicer. I love Wendy's fries at the moment. Chicken burger. Chicken burger. chicken burger. Welcome in everybody else. Oh look, the fish are out. The only time they come out is when you put food in. Look at them all in that hole. Do you know what I think I've done? I think I've given them too much cover. Chippies! Chippies! Keith, I bet people are like, what the fuck are they on about? They've actually bred again. There, right there. Chippies in Cove. You know what I thought about, Keith, having my transcripts with the Kiplii? That black one and the one next to it, the brown, a lava rock. I bought them like that, they've all got holes in. That's how I made these plants with. This plant actually grows in lava rock. Potentially, yes, that's what put me off. But then I also thought, I wonder what, I also got thinking, what would a transcript look like with a Kiplii? I love raisin bran. I like to soak it, put the milk on, and just let it soak a little bit, the bran. Bunny, just so it's nice and soft on the old gums. I love a bowl of cereal. One meal I probably have like out of hours, like late at night. I'll have a bowl of cereal sometimes. Sometimes if I'm not ready for my dinner, or I just don't want my dinner, I'll have a bowl of cereal. Because why not? Welcome in, by the way, Bunny. It's quick and easy. It's quick and easy, that's what it is. It's like you look at the oven, you're like, yeah, nah. You go in the cupboard, you see the box of cereal, like, ooh, got any milk? Go on then. I'm a big fan of porridge as well. Grew up on porridge. Literally, when times was hard for my parents, because we'd end up having porridge for breakfast, lunch and dinner. We call dinner in the north of England, we call dinner tea time. So if you hear me say tea, it don't mean drinking tea, it means food. Loads of milk always, Kitty. I want it floating. I like the milk at the end of the cereal as well, when you can drink all the milk. Like 2 meals in one, innit? A drink and a fill. Like chicken burger. When are you looking at reaching 2K, Keith? Or couldn't you care less? Because I think it'll be a lot quicker than the 1K. Seems to be when you gain traction on here, you gain traction. It's kind of gone back to normal for me. Yeah, I think I'll be happy with the one, and then that'll probably be me. Okay. What we shall see. I'll have probably achieved 300 in 14 weeks. Not too bad. But that's with a lot of help from all you guys. It's better when people help you. I'm a big like Craig. When Craig's always paramount saying like the post, share, comment, blah de blah. You need to, because the more you do, the more that person gets traction. Oh, it doesn't. It comes in like that, but I think it's already drilled in China. Again, all this rock comes from GB Shrimp. Hey, look! Oh God, they've got them. They've got them tetras, and the shop I was online. What you got? The blue. £10 each, so about $15 each. And then I goes down the list and I found another one. Red Congos. Red Congos. Didn't even know it existed. And then I looked at the price. It was $65 each. I'd never seen a red Congo. Didn't even know it was a thing. But I thought you'd be the first man I'd tell. What I was reading as well. Them they can be fin nippy, not the red Congos, the ones that you got towards Congo tetras. So it put me off. It put me off getting them. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot and show you. God, if I can, oh, well, I'll send it to Jeff and Jeff can show you. You and me both. It looks very much like a phenogrammus, but it's more like an orangey red, and where it's got the blue, it's like peach. But yeah, as soon as I saw him, I thought of you. Seems to be a lot of African species of tetras available of late. One active person can be better than 10 subs, Keith. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, God, I saw them and I was like, ooh. And then I looked at the price. If there'd have been about $10, $15 each, I'd have probably got 6. But I can't just justify $50 a fish. Not for a tetra. Don't care how rare it is. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, yeah, it's definitely time to sleep, Craig. Sweet dreams, brother. Close your eyes and have a nice big dream of winning the lottery. Enjoy it. Good night. Good night and God bless. It's what my nana used to always say to us as kids. Good night, God bless. Sweet dreams. Love you. Yeah, Keith, you know you said you want a botanicals bucket. Get yourself some of these off Glen. Because one pod turns into 4 of them pieces. Soak them for weeks. And they actually start to chew them down. So for those who say they don't eat fibrous woods and type of stuff, there's the evidence they do. And I know it's true. Because there's one there, look, half eaten. Ah, dear. Yeah, the tiny mouths. I saw that part. Would they take the fruit flies? My fruit flies should be here tomorrow, God. And then I'm going to give them a... I do, you know, earlier, God. I've got tons and tons of this species of earthworm underneath my soil in my tortoise, so I've set a colony up of wormies. More wormies. And I chopped one up and the Congos ate the lot. Yeah, and one of them, one of the Brachiocondylantis, the Longopinus, the longfin African tetra, swallowed one whole. It's a good sauce. I just thought, why not, you know? Because some of them, Keith, are really small enough to even take down whole. And I was just cleaning my tortoise enclosure out, and I thought, what's going on? My fingers feel all weird. I took them, put my hand to the bottom, pulled it up, and there was just tons of worms. So I was like, okay. But yeah, try a chopped up earthworm. They were so happy, you could just tell the way they was behaving, like I've had a proper meal now. I tried it on my Goldos and ocellatus. They wouldn't sit there. None of the African cichlids would take it unless it was chopped to pieces either. The gold ocellatus attacked it, but that's all they did, they bit it and let go. So I chopped some up and put them and they took the pieces. I only thought of it, we all saying, well, if they can eat fruit flies, why can't they eat earthworms? You can buy a Dendro something, Keith, earthworm pack off Amazon, and you can get small, medium, or large. You can either get this. What I did, I got a small and a large. The large to rebreed, and the small to keep me going. But then, by the time I forgot about them and went back to them, there was thousands more. I started with fry food and krill. You can get yourself some baby brown, maybe. Or even some Daphnia. Something small. Used to feed krill to my clownfish. Absolutely love the krill. I didn't know because it stinks. Yeah, I was nearly going to get a snakehead gourd, but then I've kind of persuaded myself out of it. And I got to see some of the quality of the discus I'll be buying via the guy's YouTube channel earlier. I ain't gonna lie, it's not the best stuff, Keith, the best discus, but they're a start, you know what I mean. No, but I do know here you can get it as a live food. I've personally never used it, God, because my tanks always have tons of little copepods in them anyways. This discus tank's full of them. So I'm like, I'm not even bothering. That's how I know that the cycle's good. What is? What are you thinking for the tetras? Is it this Friday Glenn's ordering? Yeah, I need to speak to Glenn. I want some frozen foods. Glenn, if you're listening, hit me up, bro. I need some, and I'll put some frozen food on the order. For the tetras. Daphne are what a small, well, mind you, they're not exactly small, but they're not big. Yeah, oh, has he already ordered it then? Well, I was going to get some brown shrimp through him, but even at trade, Keith, that a full tin of brown shrimp, 450 grams is 70 quid. I've got some in. I've got the stuff for discus. Yeah, it's not cheap. Aquadif is not cheap at all. None of them are really. I felt real bad for Glenn on the auction for what some of his lots went for. I really did. I'm going to put a 10 lot of rabbit snails, a 10 pack, starting bid £10. So it's like a pound, works out to start bid like a pound of snail. I thought I might. Yeah. I think it'll be better when numbers grow. When them audiences start getting bigger, you know. Like I'd do fish if I could. We could post them through the post, but we can't. Well, we're not supposed to, but you know what I mean. If we did like America, I'd put my Lamprologus on a spinning sandbeer up, and I'd put my Cum Wincy. And I'll probably move my transcripts. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Move my transcripts down to there. And then move my gold ocellatus into there. There's more fish. So they need an upgrade. Hydra. If you touch it, does it go in? Try and touch one, see if it like goes. If it does, it's Hydra. If you want rid of Hydra, it's very easy to clean. Very easy to clean, very easy to get rid of. Yeah, I can understand that, God, but then at the time, when you've got to fish like you've got now, you need it, don't you? Just keep a close eye. If you see any on the glass, what look like a wavy air like that, just gently moving in the current, and it's got like tentacles coming off it, it's Hydra. The downside, if you squish them, you turn one into about 50 pieces. They regrow. Yeah, bastard Hydra. I just found a shrimp. I'm just going to do something. Just found an orange eye blue tiger. These parameters are pretty much the only temperature. The only difference is the temperature. So let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Whee! Zoom in. Yeah, they can sting. They can sting fish. Eat shrimplets. It's similar to like kind of like a jellyfish to a fish. But it might not be, Jeffro. So don't worry too much. Just keep them. Just monitor it. Ah, overfeeding can be the main thing behind it. Oh, that shrimp. Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right. Where's it gone now? One shrimp you can't really get on picture, the blues. It's an orange-eyed blue tiger. Ah, don't overfeed. Increase your maintenance. What I would recommend getting, right, 1 second, see if I can find it. Put it here somewhere. I did have it, so. I can't find it. Pancure dog wormer. Dog wormer actually kills Hydra. Use the correct dosage, not to what you would on a dog. But you can get it off Amazon. Pancure, Pancur. It's a dog wormer. You just like put about 2 ml into some water, mix it up, syringe it, and then syringe the mixture where you see them. And then after about 24 hours, do a big water change. And that will be all your Hydra gone. It can be, if you've never dealt with them and stuff, it can be quite alarming, but don't let it be alarming to you. I've seen them in tanks with shrimp and they haven't killed shrimp, but I've seen them in tanks with shrimp and they have. And they will sting baby fish. And a baby fish wouldn't definitely not be strong enough to hold out. Yep. See, all my tanks get underfed for the simple reason you don't get no issues with underfed. As long as you're doing a variety of food and they get live food. You overfeed a fish. It's not the fish what brings you the problems, it's all the extra. Oh, that's what's recommended. Have you tried them on hickory face bites? God. The real fan powdered food. God, sorry about Shakes live last night. Fish decided to play up. Oh, you mean Shane? Wondered what he meant by Shakes. So I had leeches. They came in only from my rabbit snails from Indonesia, and I didn't know, and I put them in my shrimp tanks, and they've been in my shrimp tanks ever since. Damn leeches! I've emptied the tanks, so now it's Operation Kill the Leeches. All my shrimp are gone now, so I can blitz the tank. I hate Hydra. Chicken burger. Yeah, they are. The Asian ones I've got are fucking pain in the ass, they are. I've even tried feeding them to fish, so the leech must give something off because the gold ocellatus took it down and spat it back out. September the... But yeah, Jeffro, you want some pan-cure dog wormer. Mix a little bit with some water, squeeze into your tank, leave it for 24 hours, then do a big water change. And that should be a problem solved, mate. Look forward to that, Kim. No, these move like little snakes. Oh, they don't move at all, and when you touch them, they actually go inwards. Yeah, it is. And little fish. I've seen one sting a fry. But when you keep shrimp, we all go through it. Some go through it and don't even realise they've got it, and just get lucky. Others end up losing loads and like, what have I done wrong? The main cause for it is overfeeding. Remember, don't overfeed, always underfeed. And remember, a shrimp tank, shrimp are feeding 24/7, so they'll always have access to food. Salt doesn't touch them though. Okay, Christine. Happy shopping. Nah, salt don't touch him. You can get less invasive treatments, like Hydra. You can get a Hydra killer and stuff, but it ain't cheap. Dog worm is your cheapest option. 4 packs, £11 it cost me, and then 4 packs last me about 5 years. When you say the babies, do you mean fish, or babies as in the shrimp babies? Or is the fish fry in there? Ah, don't feed. Trust me, you have to remember, Jeffro, shrimplets have food. Shrimp don't sleep, they graze 24/7. So even when there's no food in there from yourself, they're eating. Scavenger feeding. Yeah, no Planera Wex as well. Unfortunately now you can no longer buy because biomech or mecnoplanaria are no longer. Do you want me to let you into a little secret? In my Caridina shrimp tanks, I never added baby food, ever. Because if you've got green wall, there's enough microorganisms and God knows what for them to feed on. The main cause is overfeeding. The no planera now, the biomech will make no planera, Branton, have actually ceased trading, so you can't actually get whatever no planera is available on the market is, that's it. You don't need to restart the wall, leave the wall. Just dog wormer. Yeah, it's a lot of them are Branton. So if you see that kind of stuff in store, pick it up because it will be the last of the lot. Good stuff to have in. No, when I say like overfeeding, I mean like dried foods, Dean, for shrimp. 99% of the food doesn't get eaten, gets left there, starts to go rotten, forms to detritus, and then before you know it, boom, you've got hydra. It's the most common cause is overfeeding. You don't need to feed or overfeed a shrimp tank. Once or twice a week is more than enough. The seat to themselves. Little saying, set and forget. Set the tank and forget. Just do your water changes. I mean, for instance, even if they've got catappa leaves in there, look what they do, they strip them, they eat them. They actually graze on them. There's no shrimp in here now, by the way. Just leaving it running so it doesn't lose the cycle. I've got to take all this out, replace it with sand, and then find something to go in there. Something to go in there, something to go in there. You have to remember, shrimp don't go hungry like us. They have a very different... Well, for a start, the stomach's in the red. They see to themselves, shrimp. But always underfeed. If you're putting a pellet food in, don't put big pellet food in, put little. Because if you don't take any uneaten food out, it's a recipe for hydra and disaster. Unfortunately. Yeah, I've seen it. Beautiful little colour, these, Keith. Look at, I'll just try and zoom in close. Look at the blue on the black on the tips of the fins. Let me see if I can find it. There we are, look at that. They came from an albino and a normal. And as you can see, there's smaller ones at the back. And I do believe there's eggs in there. By the way, she's moving the sand. I've got this tank free and empty. Again, just running so I don't lose the cycle. And then I've got this tank free and empty. Don't worry about the white worms. All detritus is fine. Detritus breaks down stuff, or detritus, depending where you are. Yeah, the good old peroxide. I love its scent, seeing its scent almost pink. It's a pain in the bum to get the residue of the hydrogen peroxide gone, you know, God. When I did the overdose on man, I killed all the algae, the BBA, but I killed half the fish. I still feel guilty for that now. Watched half of them die in front of me. Totally got the dosage wrong. I didn't subtract the amount of sand substrate what was in there. Blackbeard algae, BBA. So you'll find a lot of these, Jeffro, as you go through the hobby. There's a lot of little ones like BBS, baby brown shrimp. If you see SP before a fish as well, it means species. Tell you what I ain't seen, fish farm link. Can someone do the FFL stats, please? Local fish shop, yeah. Can someone do the command thing? I haven't seen it, you see. I ain't seen it even come up, Keith. No, it's not working. I didn't see it, Keith, no. Yeah, probably, God. It's just a chatbot, Jeffro. Yeah, I didn't see it on yours either, Keith. Does that ever happen, God? Or can they actually take you off the fish farm link? Alright, God, no worries. Catch you soon, buddy. Little Facebook Live's a bit of a minefield, Keith. The setup's way different. You go to select your audience, but there's no one to select. Wonder where Fish Fam Link's gone then. Afternoon, Aaron. Good day, sir. Radio. But it's not even coming chat, God. So I don't know. Have they took me off it? I don't buy anything off there, Jeffro. I bought a tank once and that was enough for me, the tank blower. Oh right, it's not the case. You mean it's just been having issues? What off Marketplace, Keith? Ah. Oh, been to London. Drive safe, mate. Don't stop at any of them service stations and buy some any of that expensive food either. You know what, Brandon? I don't think I've caught your lav yet. Caught one of your lavs. I'll have to check I'm subbed, but I'm sure I subbed. But then it's one of them. As it thought I was a thingy and took me off. Seems to happen a lot when you sub to someone and you're not active with them. I've not caught your live. I let you on the live yet. I mean, but I know sub to you. I'm thinking, has it like been unsubbed? Because if you don't interact with that person, a subscription doesn't hold. Catch you soon, God. Ah, right, okay. I would explain that then. Just in the background getting fish water ready. Jose, welcome in, sir. Welcome in. Just put this hose pipe back. Just do a quick kink in my pipe. There we go. introduced to a young kid named Benny Caesar on Sunday, doing big things at such a nice. I love that. Nothing wrong with that. I wish I could see more of these young'uns in the hobby. If when I was a kid we had available what we have now, I'd have been very, very much even into fish probably at a younger age. Internet wasn't a thing when I was a kid. If you wanted to talk to someone like this, you had to be a pen pal. You had to write a letter to them and send it across the world. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. I always had a bit of cichlid trace into my Africans water. The best bristlenose, or the best bristlenose people, do you mean? Or the best bristlenose to keep, Keith? I was looking at some longfin snows earlier and some Weber Munster, and I thought, nah. Especially, yeah, where you'd get through load the game all the way through and then the actual tape would all show up and go fucking, you pull it out and be like, oh, your favourite, ooh, gotta be the old Snow White. Just because I've always had them. I've never had a problem with them. One's ever died, it's been my own fault. Did I tell you I found a pleco sucked in that pump down there? R-tape loader, yeah, that's the one. I had a Commodore 64 and then I got an upgrade to an Amiga 1200 with, do you remember the Amigas? And then you got that booster pack to like soup it up. And it was the first, the Amiga was the first like computer you could type these things in this box and it would actually speak. Like a robot, but it was still kind of cool for its time. Hello Gleneth, how's your caves? Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Are you all ready for it? Pump it up, champ. Here I go, here I go, here I go. Boom, shake, shake, shake. Moves. Chicken burger. Yeah, you had the 500, but you could get the conversion pack for the 5 and the 600 Amiga. Trust me, I did have the Amiga 500, but my dad came home one day with an Amiga 1200. It was like amazing. The VIC-20, first computer we had at school. Way-oh, way-oh. Amiga was, yeah, 100% Amiga was. To get to get a voice on command was just in the early 90s, late 80s was just like something epic. I remember when Apple Mac came out, we got the first ever Apple Macs at school. And the screen was black and the writing was green. And you'd load it with a floppy disk. Glenn, I've just put an orange-eyed blue tiger into my discus tank. I thought, why not? Apart from the temperature, the parameters are pretty much perfect. Yeah, it did, yeah. Yeah. It did indeed, Jeffro, yeah. Catch you later, Dana. Take it easy, bud. Do you know, Keith, you want to swap houses? Because I want your water. I won't have to piss about. I could do it straight out the tap through the dechlorinator. I made it portable. Nice, man. Thinking head there. How times have changed. I mean, can you remember when Sega came on the thing with the... Oh, was it the Sega, the Game Gear? I remember getting the Game Gear. And the Lynx. Yeah, I'll think about that, Keith. How about if I die, you can have it? Because I did have Glenn down as... I did have Glenn... This is a true story. I did have Glenn. If anything happened to me, Glenn, all my shrimp would go to Glenn. So I don't need a person. If anything happens to me, all my fish would go to him. And tanks and that. So if you want to be my next to king on my tanks, just type in yes. Super Nintendo. Fucking hell. I loved Mario. Mario, Sonic... Echo the Dolphin on the Sega Mega Drive. Next to Finn. Yeah, SNES. The Bond game. Can you remember the game James Pond? One second, just need to turn my water off. Sam in the background getting waters ready. God, if it was possible, you could be down for them. It's nice to know someone appreciates these because you don't see the yellowtails that often, and you certainly don't see the longfins, the longipinis. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, that's what there was based on, Jeffro. Can you remember the PlayStation 1 when it first brought out Grand Theft Auto and it was like a bird's eye view? Can you remember the game Road Rush? Or was it Road Rage? Paperboy? Oh, the original one, yeah. It's probably one of the best ones, Glenn. Road Rash, that was the one. Oh, Resident Evil on the PS1 scared the living daylights out of me. That part when they go into the mansion, no. Battletoads. Now we're talking some classic old stuff. It's all gone now, guys. It's just been forgotten. It's the generation's nearly gone. Who's going to talk about this in 50 years? No one is, are they? They're going to talk about it like when the PS5 was out and the Xbox, whatever it is these days. Conversation in 50 years will be very different from what we us guys are having now. Everything comes to an end. Glenn, the skimmer, them skimmers, look at that. These skimmers, guys, if anyone wants the Aquiel, is it Glenn? The Aquiel, really cheap and affordable, but look at the, no film, no nothing, no debris, just doing its job. Good little skimmer to stop the oils foaming. Got a feeling it'll be takeout for dinner, so I'm trying to think what I can have. Quite fancy something chicken. I know, Keith. Chicken burger. With chippies. Chippies. There was one thing you could bring from the past to the future now, non-human or anything, like a games console, a ghetto blaster. What would it be and why? But yeah, Glenn, GB, they do a grand old job, them skimmers. And it's like pushing the current round the back of the tank, so that is good. Wasn't a Silent Hill fan, Jeffro, to be honest. I was a very big Zelda fan. Massive. Probably my most played game was Zelda and Football Manager, but it was called a different thing on the Amiga. Sorry about that, guys. The chat froze. I thought, why has no one commented? Yeah, it's back now. Just had chicken coconut. I don't like coconut in a curry, Glenn. Yuck. Hamster, thank you very much. Yes, that's what I mean, Glenn. Stuff like that. One of my best memories is the fishing. Champ Manager, remember? Interesting, Jeffro. I don't have any Bitcoin whatsoever. Glenn, do you have any digital currency? It always amazes me. How can it be there if it's invisible? I still can't grasp the concept of digital money. Card collection. Hey, brother had a nice thing at hospital today, Glenn. Got visited by this team of people who support like critically ill people with dogs, therapy dogs, and it absolutely lit his eyes up. Apparently, yeah, I think most granddads would, and great granddads, Glenn. Nothing great about Britain anymore. So Keith, you want the normal and Brashadi. I think she's the female and the albino's the male. Because the male does more guarding. Or do you want like 10 of the normal fry sending? Put them in a little tank, grow them on and pop them in. I'm just thinking I've loads of the fry, normals, do you know what I mean? You'd get a few pair offs then. Just don't know the ship. Charlotte took them in a bucket. The only thing it didn't have in the bucket was air. That's the one thing we've rectified now. I've got an air thing for it. When she comes to collect fish, they will be heated and sponge filtered. Yeah, I tend to agree with you there, Glenn. That's exactly what it is. I know the adult, the albino and the Uno will travel okay. I really don't want to send them for a Royal Mail, but with you saying you're willing to accept that, I will do it. COVID was released for a wave control. Bit of a people cull as well. That's why China let it out. Because China's population for every 25-year-old is about 6 85-year-olds. The pension payment in China is quadruple what it is anywhere else in the world. Well, I'll have a think on it. I mean, I can send them. I can send them. What day are we on now, Keith? It probably won't be this week now because she's at hospital tomorrow, and that was my only post day. So the next available day will be Monday, like a week yesterday. Monday, because she's off for the full day. You see, she posts everything for me. I found an adult Keith earlier in that filter there, stuck up it, and all its lips was all. Yes, Glenn, I've not forgot. Just with everything what's going on, it's the last thing I'm thinking about. She's pregnant still anyways, so I need to send him. Because I don't know how to work, because I'm a technophobe, Glenn. I don't like online stuff. I'm old-fashioned, I guess. And the fact she goes to work and works next door to post office, so Monday and a Wednesday's okay for me. I've still got Kaz's. Oh shit. The cycle had crashed then, and the glass is actually mucky. Goes to show if you leave shrimp tanks, even without like algae forms. It did, yeah. It did. So it's put me off, right off. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that, Glenn. Book 'em in. No, what? I won't miss the postman. If I know I've got to be up, I'll stay up, Glenn. I want 'em gone, if I'm honest. I've got it forming, Keith. I've got it forming with no light on. Having it collected, Glenn, gives me a kick that put the push I need. Because I need to send you the female before she drops her eggs. The only light in here, Keith, is the glare back off the other tanks. That light I've just put on just to check. There's loads of algae. Hey Glenn, I've noticed something. Have you noticed there's no fish farm link? Monday. No, you won't get it, Glenn. It's not about. I don't know. There was none on Keith's. Monday. Don't know, Glenn. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I've been thrown off. I think it's something there, end, Glenn. Yeah, I know. I had a look on another thing, Charlotte. It must be an ongoing issue of some sort. I'm sure it will get fixed. No rush. I like having the fish fram. You should all have the fish fram link in your chats. It's because it's just an algae bloom shrimp roll farm. It's on the 96 quid a week, Keith. Even if it had crashed Jeffrey, I can bring it back. Just wash the sponge in a load of mucky water. My oldest fish, Um, Probably my corridor stay by. I think I got them. I got the first lot of them 5 years ago. I don't have any really old fish because what I tend to do with mighty sparrow is I change fish a lot. Once I've bred something, I like to try and breed something else and move on to different fish to keep my autistic mind active. Your oldest is about 5 years old now. I saw the discus today, what I'll be getting, Charlotte. I messaged him on eBay and he told me to go to. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel, so I went to the YouTube channel and there was an update like an hour ago of the latest. No, I don't have pandas. It's Cheshire Oaks Discus. So that's Cheshire Oaks Discus. Yeah, I like pandas. Um, Onto a shop, onto another breeder, onto a friend. It depends. If I don't want that fish breeding, then we'll go to a friend of mine who's got a massive fish room. He keeps fish for pure pleasure. Doesn't make a dime out of them. It's just he got lucky with some money and invested it all in the biggest fish room you've ever seen. And so they'll go there. Or I trade them with a local fish shop for something different. Yes, I have a tortoise, a Testudi hemani. Some fish I will keep forever. Some fish, I'm one of them. The hobby for me is forever evolving. I also like a challenge of a fish. Once I've bred that fish, I'm a bit. That's just me autism, I believe, or my ADHD. Um, which fish breed lives the longest? Well, I won't call them breed because they're not a dog. I'd call them species. Um, I think is it sturgeon what lived the longest, Keith? Can't they live to be like 200 years old? Or there's actually a shark what actually is even older than that, isn't there? What swims at the deep, a fresher shark? I think the oldest recorded fresher shark in deep waters found was nearly 400 years old. Oh, Kenya. Oh, hello, Sadie. Didn't see you there. Sorry, grass. But I know there's sturgeons and there's freshwater sturgeons. Freshwaters can live. Well, yeah, but because they reclone themselves, which is genius. Fish family, come back. I need you. I was looking at some crayfish, Keith. I thought, shall I get a tank of crays? You know, the blue lobsters, little mini ones. And I thought, nah. That is correct. Mermaids. I don't know if I'd want to live forever, you know. Can you imagine how much more shit you'd see in life? It's like I look at my tortoise and I think, you're going to outlive me, you poor sod. It's true, though, isn't it? If you could live forever, no, you just wouldn't want to, would you? Comes a time when you want to go good night, I guess. Well, I know I do. I want a long sleep one day. I know, Glenn. So many generations. There'll be none of this conversation in 1,000 years. Depends if you. He been busy then, Sadie, with life. It is, till death us part. Not streaming. Hello, kid. Yeah. You want just let me see the frontosa grow. I know full well I'll still try and keep fish until I can't no longer. There'll come a time where I need a nice long rest. But I'll do my best. I'll adjust my room to exactly how. I'll have the water bucket on a Zimmer frame. Be right back. Oh. Auto water change system done. Good job you just mentioned that, Keith. I just need to check on my. Can be done, Sadie. It can be done quite cheaply. Depends how far you want to go with an auto water change system. You know, what do you want to put into what? So what do you want to get out? It's like mine's kind of automated because when I turn the pump on, same with Glenn, I can fill up multiple tanks at once through float valve, like an arrow tubing system connected to each tank. Or I can do it with this from a water thing and just fill them up like that. But when I can't do that no longer, I will go to water changes. Anyone what's not seen my discus tank yet, this is it, fully planted. The discus will be in it this time next week. But yeah, that's fully planted. I am, Glenn. I'm happily married. Can you remember that, Glenn? Why do you want to see what I look like? I never quite understand that. Is that better? Jeffrey. I had a float valve once. Do what Glenn did. It kind of like got jammed on the side, so it stayed constantly down, and it flooded. It was in this tank, and all the water went over the back and below the electrics. Since then, any electric points I've got or sockets have all been put above. But yeah, sorry to show you the ugly mug. Growing my beard for Christmas because I play Santa at Christmas. Thanks for the likes, guys. Does anyone know of any labs this evening? Yeah, I know, Glenn. I was thinking of watching that. I can never get over that name of that team, you know. Yeah, it's on TNT Sports 1. Jeffro, do you have one? Ah, you don't have one, Jeffro. You can have one now, mate. You're officially in the you're in the clan now. Now you've got a wrench, Jeffro. You click on anybody's name, you can go straight to their channel. So if you haven't subscribed to anyone, yeah, I like their Three Idiots. I usually watch them replay though because just the time difference, Rebecca. But I do watch them. It's one I think that's one you'd do good on. Talking plecos with the fish room. Oh, you probably don't. We have one of them flashed fire sticks. But then I get TNT Sport free with my mobile contract. Oh yeah, you'll have with Jeffrey out, yeah. I'll definitely tune into that, Keith. Oh, is they? See, I'll be honest, Rebecca, I've only recently just started watching all your stuff, so I'm playing catch up. As much as I'm not new to the aquatic hobby and whatnot, and I'm new to this. I only ever used to use YouTube to watch things, never to interact. I won't put a lemon tetri down as the addition. Some people do, some people don't. I mean, we've all got to have a love and a passion for something, but then at the same time, football's not just football, it's in your blood. My great granddad went, my granddad went, my dad went, I went, my kid goes now. We always go to me and my dad, my son go to a game at Christmas. I can't understand basketball. I don't understand the sport. If I can't understand the sport, I saw it. Oh, you got to go to a football match in your life. Yeah, I love UFC. I like rugby as well because it's a proper man's sport. Plus the city I live in is rugby league is very big. I did when I was younger, Keith, but I don't understand the game. The rules, if I can't understand the sport. My favourite fighter has got to be Paddy the Baddy. From Liverpool, mate. Or Tom Aspinall. Who will fight and beat John Jones. Tom Aspinall's a machine. He's an heavyweight, and he can move like a flyweight. Jeffro, this is true. Liverpool. Yeah, we did basketball. Do you know what else we did? Which I didn't mind playing, funnily enough, was netball. Khabib Islam, yeah. Khabib's good. If I was like Paddy, mate, I'd talk like that, you know, lad. I'd be like, I'm from Liverpool, mate. It's proper boss, you know. No, it's very different. Like, Jeffro, if you're on Keith's live, Keith sounds exactly like Paddy. Now, if you heard Keith speak, he sounds nothing like me. They're all good, them, aren't they, Mighty Sparrow? They produce some good fighting wrestlers as well. Yeah, it was a bit of an unusual standstill, throw the ball, stop, step. Yeah, of course, mate. See, if you watch him on Glenn's, Jeff Slater, you'll be like, oh yeah, he sounds like Paddy. Don't really follow darts, if I'm honest. It's a pub game. But now it's big money. I can change the accent, Jeffro. I can do all different accents. Oh, God, yeah. I don't do balls. I've never understood it. My granddad used to play it religiously, and I used to say to my granddad, why? I don't get it. He's like, you'll never get it, Robert. Darts players are athletes. Yeah, I'd love to see. Can you imagine a 100 metre sprint between them all, Keith? Can you imagine how many groins would pop and stuff? Yeah, a skillful, yeah, yeah. When you starting your balls, Glenn? Glenn's that tall, it'd take him about 6 weeks to bend down. I knew you would. I knew you would. It's actually, doesn't it derive from a French sport? Boys. Me dads. Balls is big in France. Cornhole. I remember finding that for the first time a few years ago, and I was like, "What's this?" I didn't even know it was a thing, and then I'm like, "Whoa, man, it's massive." I've never, I've never been to an house that had a garden big enough for a croquet set. Fortunately, I come from a very, very deprived background where you wasn't raised, you was dragged up. But I still did well at school. Do you want to choose? No, cheers. Thank you. Pegging. Javelin. What have I come back to? Proper pegging. I got away for 10 seconds and my lord. That just means you're all as crazy as me. As mad as a box of frogs. My wife just come in and said, "What do you want for your dinner?" See, I told you I was getting takeout. And then I come back to Peggy. Oh, the first thing I see is Peggy. Good lord. Something chicken dear. Impaled. That is the correct way of spelling it, yes. Surprised it in. Did anybody see the Australian breakdancer? I saw it for the first time about a month ago. I can see why Craig said it doesn't represent what Australia's about. Do you know what I thought you said there? Like meatballs? I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Again, the Chinese have a very similar sport to that, don't they? Where they throw the balls into the sand. Be right back, guys. Toilet break. Please don't talk about pegging. I reckon Ivan the Impaler was good at pegging. What we got here? I know Branton, but come on. If I would try to move like that though, I'd break a few bones. Have you watched that series, Mike? I enjoyed that. Right up my street, that kind of stuff. I suppose, Glenn, I don't look at the bigger picture. Really good, innit? Yeah, I'm the same, Mike. Excuse the damn alarm. I will change the battery next year. I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna say no comment. I will win the battle of pest snails, you know. I keep taking them out. Every time I see them little micro ramzones. I've got an old acquaintance friend. She's got actual. She had the teeth removed and fangs put in place. I could do that, Glenn. Hoodoo voodoo in downtown New Orleans. Very witchcraft stuff goes on there, you know. Werewolf. Loop garoo. Garoo. Garoo garoo. Right, guys. I'm going to get off now and go wait for my dinner. And look forward to probably seeing. Is it Your On My Life with Jeff Keith? You too, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us. Apologies for the pegging language. Catch you later, Red. No problem, guys. Okie dokie. Yeah, guys, Keith's Aquatic Fanatics is on later with Jeff. Bye, Kim. Take care, guys. Bye.